got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey, yo, Smalls, turn up with it, bro.
You gotta pay it, follow. Baby, and I'm 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 follow.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you guys how to make a lace closure wig in less than an hour. It took me about 30 to 45 minutes, but it was less than an hour. You will need your stocking cap to make the wig. You need the hair. The hair that I'm using is from Hairsnstn and I'm using their 613 3 bundles of 16 inches and a 14-inch closure. I think it was a 14-inch closure, but yeah, you need the hair, you need the stocking cap, you will need the hot glue gun and some hot glue stick. And the glue gun and hot glue sticks can be found at Michael's. Also, you will need some thread and a needle because you will be sewing the closure as per usual how you would normally sew them, because I haven't found a way in which I could like go around the sewing of the frontal or the closure. So I will be sewing down the closure like how I normally sew it down, and I'm just gonna go in with some T-pins. You also need T-pins as well to to pin down the closure so it stays in one place when you're sewing it down and not shift. Even though if it shifts or if it's not too straight, you could always go in and fix it when it's on your head. But to get it to stay in place while you're sewing it, you need some T-pins. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sew down the closure, and then when I get to the bundles, which is pretty much the part that I want to show you guys, I will kind of come back and talk a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm just stretching out the stocking, the wig cap, so I could maximize the usage of the wig cap. And the hot glue that I used, it was the small one, and you could use whichever size you have. I just used the small one because it was easier to handle, and honestly, it was what my aunt had. But it doesn't really matter. I could use the big one or I could use the small one. So now I'm just waiting for the hot glue to get hot, because that's how the glue will start to melt, and then you're going to see me just going in with the hot glue gun and literally just putting it on the wig cap and then putting the bundle on it. You could also put it on the hair before and then attach it to the wig cap. Whichever one you want to do, it will still work the same. Also, I doubled the weft, so what I had to do was, after putting it on the wig cap, putting the hair, I had to put like a coat over the hair to add the next bundle on top of the next weft, I should say, on top of the hair, so that way it would have been doubled. But I only doubled the back, and then when I got closer to the front, I started doing like the single weft. Also, what I made a mistake with was I forgot to put something under the wig. So because the glue gun will literally it will make the wig stick to the canvas head, and it was hard to take off, but eventually I got it off. It wasn't a problem. Like it didn't break out, like you didn't take apart the hair or anything, but it was just hard to take off. So an advice I would give is to put something on the wig head, on the canvas head, before actually doing this method. But yeah, I will be doing this, like repeating the steps all the way to the front. The only difference is that I won't be doubling the weft at the front, but it's the same thing. Just putting the glue on the wig cap and then attaching the weft. Or you could put the glue on the hair itself and then attach it to it. It doesn't matter, it will still work the same. I'm just gonna let you guys watch as I create something magical in less than an hour, and then I'll get back to you guys to I'll probably come back at the end to talk a little bit more. But for now, the steps are pretty much repetitive. And as you guys can see, the same pattern that I would have sewn the hair in is the same pattern that I'm literally gluing it in, the same exact way. I'm even when I get to close to the closure, I made sure to just glue it close to the closure, just like when if I was sewing, I would have tried to sew either on the closure or close to the closure. It's literally the same thing, literally. So this is now the last piece of hair, and I realized that I needed to take out hair from the back to kind of put it at the front, because then the front, like it did a finish, but like I made it work. I had a little piece left, so all I did was just went in and just glued the little piece right there, and the wig is all done. So yeah, now I'm just cutting out the part that was not glued or sewed. Always make sure you cut this part out, or else your wig will not look cute. Because the black thing will show, and it's just a no. Always make sure to cut it out. So yeah, the wig is all done. Now I'm just going to pluck the hair, and I'm going to use the hot comb to go around like the part of the closure to get the closure to cover the tracks. I'm going to pluck the front, and I'm going to hot comb the front so it could look natural. Part one, well, this is part one. Part two will be me turning the hair ash blonde, and I don't think I'm going to attach part 3 to that part. So no, actually, so part 1, part 2, and part 3. So part 2 will be the ash blonde of the hair, and part 3 will be me installing the hair and cutting the hair. So for now, this is pretty much the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys in part 2 and 3.
Lame and he famous. Clout chasing all different angles. Little nigga don't know it get dangerous. Ooh, 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 ooh.